So today we're focusing on the equation of the line formula. Now we learned this at Junior Cert, and so I suppose what we're really doing is just revision today and kind of, I suppose, looking at it in a deeper level. So we've been given our y-axis and our x-axis, and here in this picture we've been given the line L. We've been given points on the line L, but we're unsure of what they are. The equation of this line is basically the name for this line. And so some parts we will already be able to learn from our Junior Cert, and we'll know that wherever it hits on the y-axis, we know that that would be very important. The equation of a straight line is y equals mx plus c, where m stands for your slope and c stands for where it hits on the y-axis. And remember, obviously, when it hits the y-axis, that your x value will be 0. So to be aware of that. The slope is extremely important when finding the information of how to name the line. And sometimes we're told different information about this. We might be given another line and told that this line, I'm going to call this line X or F, is perpendicular to the line L. So if it's perpendicular to the what we say that the line L is perpendicular to F. Now I can immediately see that the slope for F is definitely negative. So if I told you that the slope for F was minus 1/2, and I told you to find the slope of L, you would know that the slope of F multiplied by the slope of L has to give you -1 if it's perpendicular. That is the rule. So we're not told the slope of L, but we know the slope of F is -1/2. So -1/2 multiplied by what would give me -1. And there's a nice easy way to check this or to do this. You simply turn the fraction upside down and change the sign. So it would be a plus 2/1, which is 2. So I could say here the slope of L is equal to 2. And that would help me figure out the equation. I'll be on the first step to doing that. Another piece of information I might be given is I might be given the line L, and I might be given another line. So say in this case we'll call it the line D, and it might not intersect with L in any way, but we might be told that it is parallel to the line L. So I'm going to call this the line D. And we might use the symbol, the line L is parallel to the line D. And just because I didn't mention it before, the last one is the line F is perpendicular to the line L. That was in the last one, we just didn't mention that symbol there. So knowing that, if we're told that the line L is perpendicular to the line D, you can look at it from your diagram here, but what it basically means is that they both have the same slope. Alright, so they both have the same slope. So if I'm told here that the slope of D, so the m of D is equal to, say, 3, then I can deduce that the m of L, so the slope of L in this case, would also be 3. So there are two key words there, parallel and perpendicular. Parallel means they have the same slope. Perpendicular, if I multiply the two slopes, I should get -1. So that's basically what we're looking at today. We're going to start off with our first question, nice and easy. This question here, find the equation of a line that passes through A, 3 and 4 with a slope of 1/2. Okay, so immediately I'm saying equation of the line. I'm going to write down my equation of a line formula, and it's y minus y1 equals m bracket x minus x1. My m stands for my slope. They've been very nice to me here. They've given me my slope. They've also given me a point, so I'm going to label it x1 and y1. So it will be y minus 4 equals 1/2 bracket x minus 3. And again, you want to try and tidy this up a little bit. If I was to write this a little bit neater, that would be y minus 4 equals 1 times x minus 3, all divided by 2. Once I rearrange it and just write it like that, it will make things a little bit easier. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. And I'm then going to get 2y minus 8 equals x minus 3. I'm going to try and get it in the form of a straight line, which is this y equals mx plus c. It's always just nice to write it like that, even though the question didn't specifically say. So if I am to change a little bit, I'm going to get 2y minus x, 2y equals x, and I'm going to do a plus 8 here and a plus 8 here, x plus 5, and I potentially then could change it to y equals x plus 5 divided by 2. And if I wanted to be really tidying it up, I could say, well, that's y equals a half x plus 2.5. So you could tell me then that immediately it's in the form of y equals mx plus c. So I can say it to you, well, the slope is a half and it hits the y-axis at 2.5. So nice and easy one there, just reminding us of how we would follow through with a question like that. We could be asked to find the slope if we're asked to find the equation of a line when we're given 2 points, minus 2 and 0, 2 and minus 3. So again, step 1, always write down your formula. And you'll notice you have 2 points, so you can call x1, y1, x2, y2. It's not working for me. Okay. Okay, do it like that. You can see here from this that you only really need your y1 and your x1. You don't actually need your x2 and your y2, but you are asked to find the slope. And so you must do that first, and you might use your slope formula here. You could potentially draw them and do rise over run as well. But your slope formula is y2 minus y1 all over x2 minus x1. So what you would do there is you would find your slope by using these points. Once you find the slope, then you go back and substitute the whole lot in. So a nice easy question like that again. Another question based along the same thing might be, find the equation of a line that passes through the point 2 and 3 and is parallel to 3x plus 4y plus 6. So again, this is the name of a line they're giving you here, and they're telling you it's parallel. So you know if it's parallel, it has the same slope. But you don't know what that slope is, but you know it's the same as this one here, 3x plus 4y plus 6 equals 0. When I've talked to you about slope before, I said there's 3 ways. The first way is your formula. The second way is your rise over run. And the third way is if you're given an equation, it's minus a over b. So in this case, we're given an equation. Your a is what's in front of the x, so this is my a. Your b is what's in front of your y, so this is my b. And it's going to be minus a over b, so the slope here is minus 3 over 4. Once I've got that now, I'm well fit to go into my equation of a line formula. I now have my slope, my x1 and y1 I can label here, and I can finish off as normal. Final one then is if we're told, here is the line L, it's 4x plus 3y plus 8. It contains the point 2 and minus 3, and it's perpendicular. Sorry, the line K contains the point 2 and minus 3, and it's perpendicular to L. Find the equation of K. So again, what we're saying there is L is perpendicular to K. That means when I have the slope of L multiplied by the slope of K, I should get minus 1. L is 4x plus 3y plus 8. I can find the slope of that by using my minus a over b formula. So again, this is my a, this is my b. So the slope here is going to be minus 4 over 3. So minus 4 over 3 multiplied by what will give me minus 1, because if it's perpendicular, that is the case. So remember I said the nice trick, turn it upside down and change the sign. So if it was a minus, it's now gone to a positive. So I can now say that the slope of line K is 3 over 4. And I can just go back now, use my equation of a line formula, because that's what I was asked for. Y minus y1 equals m bracket x minus x1. I now have my slope, which is 3/4. My x1 and my y1, I've been given here, 2 and minus 3. So I just sub in and finish as normal. Okay, so as you said, I haven't finished out all of those sums, so I want you to do that for homework tonight. And I also want you to try question 1 on page 275. And I'll see everybody tomorrow.